Hill versus Walker. First fight on the card in the prelims is Jay Perrin against Mario Batista. Perrin is a plus 265 underdog. Batista is a minus 330 favorite. Uh, Perrin is 10-4, 0-1 in the UFC. He averages 4 takedowns every 15 minutes, so he has good grappling. He lost his last fight by unanimous decision, and that was back in 2019. Batista lost last fight by KO TKO to Trevin Jones. That was early. That was last year in 2021. He is 8-2 overall, 2-2 in the UFC. He has a takedown defense of 70%. Batista's the big favorite in this fight because Perrin is not very good on his feet striking wise. I like Batista to win this fight. But I don't like the value here. There's no value in taking him just straight up to win the fight. I'm gonna see on FanDuel if what you can get on like a double chance. But you can get Batista to win by knockout or TKO or submission at plus 155. Still don't get great odds for the KO, TKO, or on points. You, but what I think is going to happen, I could see this fight going the distance, and I can see Batista winning by points, and you can get that at plus 125. So that'd be my pick for this fight. Would be Batista by points at plus 125. Or, like I said, you could go to let's see what you get for fight to go the distance. Let's see what the odds on that are. Fight to go the distance. Yes is minus 132. So I would take either fight go the distance or I'd take Batista by points. Would be my pick for this fight. All right, let's move on to the next fight. Second fight on the card is Christian Rodriguez versus Jonathan Pierce. Pierce is a minus 350 favorite. Rodriguez is a plus 280 underdog. Pierce is 11-4 overall, 3-1 in the UFC. He's coming off a submission win versus Morales. He has elite grappling, averages 7 takedowns per 15 minutes, and his takedown defense is 75%. Rodriguez is 7-0, 1-0 in the UFC. Has decent striking defense. He's a decent striker. Decent grappling. He has a takedown defense of 80%. I like Jonathan Pierce in this fight. At minus 350, that's not a whole lot of value. So I'll probably take this fight. Let's see if I can get anything on see what the double chance is. I like Jonathan Pierce by either KO, either knockout, TKO, or on points. You can get that at minus 190. And the odds I'm using are on FanDuel Sportsbook. All right. Let's move on to the next fight on this card, as you have Chad uh, Ann Elder against Jesse Strader. Strader is a plus 220 underdog. dog. Anhlinger is a -270 favorite. Anhlinger is 11-5 overall, 1-0 in the UFC. He won his last fight, and he has a takedown defense of 58%. Uh, Strader is 5-2 overall, 0-1 in UFC. He lost his last fight by TKO KO to Montel Jackson, and 6 of Strader's 7 fights have ended inside the distance. There we go. Yep, sitting on the wire. The 7 fights have ended inside the distance. Uh, I think Anhlinger is a little bit better on his feet than what Strader is. For that reason, I like Ellinger to win this fight. They're not at -270. If I can get better odds on a, let's see here, see what we can get double chance at. Yeah, what I would take Anhlinger to win by KO or or wait a minute, I'm on the wrong. Yeah, Anhlinger to win by KO, TKO, or on points. You can get that at -170. Okay, let's move on to the next fight on the prelims. Next fight on the prelims, we have Diana Balbita versus Gloria de Paula. Uh, Balbita is a -120 favorite. De Paula is a +102 underdog. Balbita is 14-6 overall. She's 1-2 in the UFC. She beat Goldie by unanimous decision her last fight. She has a 65% takedown defense. Paula is 5-4 overall, 1-2 in the UFC. Lost her last fight by knockout. I like Belbita in this fight quite a bit, really. And at -120, it's a good value. Uh, so I would go with Diana Belbita at the -120 on the money line. All right, next fight on the prelims for UFC Fight Night, Hill versus Walker is Chas Skelly versus Mark Stragel. Skelly is a -205 favorite. Strigel is a +172 underdog. Skelly is 18-3 overall, 7-3 in the UFC. He has decent striking. Excuse me, takedown defense of 33%. Hasn't fought since 2019. Does have good grappling, and he's won 13 of his fights by finish. Strigel is 18-3. He's 0-1 in the UFC. Lost his last fight by TKO or KO. He's won 14 fights by finish as well. Uh, I think I don't think this fight's going to go the distance at all. Uh, I favor Skelly in this fight, but not enough to not at -205. Uh, what I like, what I do like in this fight is for the fight not to go the distance, and you get that at -146. All right, let's move on to the next fight, as we have Jessica Rose Clark against Stephanie Egger. Clark is a -188 favorite. Egger is a +158 underdog. Clark is 11-6 overall, 4-2 in the UFC. She has good striking. She's won her last fight by unanimous decision. She has a takedown defense of 75%, and she's the more balanced fighter in this fight. Uh, Egger is 6-2 overall, 1-1 in the UFC. She has solid striking and grappling. She won her last fight by TKO KO. She has a takedown defense of 40%. I think it's going to be a real good fight, real competitive fight between Jessica Rose Clark and Stephanie Egger. But I just think Clark being the more balanced fighter is going to be able to take advantage of that. And I like Clark at the minus 188 on the money line. All right. Next fight is David Onama against Gabriel Benitez. Onama is a minus 158 favorite. Benitez is a plus 134 underdog. Onama is 8-1 overall, 0-1 in the UFC. This fight's at featherweight. Has good striking. Was taken down 8 times in his last fight. Lost his last fight by unanimous decision. He has a takedown defense of 42%. Benitez, Benitez is 22-10 overall, 6-5 in the UFC. He has decent striking. He has a takedown defense of 56%. He lost his last fight by TKO KO, and doesn't have a whole lot of grappling. I like Onama in this fight because I don't Benitez's grappling isn't going to be a factor in this fight. So, and I think Onama is going to be the better fighter on their feet. So I like Onama on the money line. All right, that's all the prelims. Now we'll move over to the main card of the of UFC Fight Night: Hill versus Walker. All right, on the main card, first fight of the main card. Okay, yep, is Abdul Razak Alisson against Joaquin Buckley. Alisson is a plus 140 underdog. Buckley is a minus 166 favorite. Alisson is 11-4 overall, 5-4 in the UFC. Has decent striking, poor grappling. Won all 11 fights. All the 11 fights he's won has been by TKO or KO. He won his last fight by TKO KO. He has a takedown defense of 55%. Buckley is 13-4 overall, 3-2 in the UFC. Has decent striking, weak grappling. Won his last fight by TKO or KO. Both these guys have power. Both these guys have combined to have 25 wins by finish. So I don't see this fight going the distance, and I think this is going to be a battle. I'm gonna go with Buckley on this fight. This is going to be a battle. I think it's going to be a real close fight. I'm gonna go with Buckley on the money line. Excuse me. Next fight, second fight on the main card of UFC Fight Night: Hill versus Walker is Jim Miller versus Nicholas Mata. Miller is 33-16, 22-5 in the UFC. He has good striking, solid grappling. Won his last fight by TKO KO and has a takedown percent of 45%. Mata is a minus 174 favorite. Is 12-3 overall, 1-0 in the UFC. Decent striking. Haven't seen his grappling yet, so it's questionable. Has a takedown defense of 100% in his one UFC fight. This is UFC debut. His last fight was on the Dana White Contender Series, but I like the underdog in this fight. I like Jim Miller at the plus 146 on the money line. Next fight on the main card, we have Alan Bedoe against Parker Porter. Porter's a minus 270 favorite. Bedoe's a plus 220 underdog. Bedoe is eight. This is a heavyweight fight. Bedoe is 8-2 overall, 0-2 in the UFC. Has decent striking. 9 of his 10 fights have ended by KO or TKO. He lost his last fight by knockout or TKO. He has a takedown defense of 75%, and his chin is questionable. Porter is 12-6 overall, 2-1 in the UFC. Has good striking, decent grappling. 9 of his fights have ended by TKO or KO. He won his last fight by unanimous decision. Has a takedown uh, defense of 100%, and his chin can also be questionable as well. Uh, I like Porter to I like Porter to win this fight, but I really don't like him enough to take him at minus 270. There's no value there. But let me look over here at this at the double chance. You can get Parker Porter by KO or TKO or on points at minus 200. Uh, that's probably where I would do on this fight if I was going to bet on this fight. Be Porter to win by knockout or by points. All right, let's move on to the next fight. In the co-main event of the evening, you have Jamie Pickett versus Kyle Dacus. This should be a great fight. Pickett is a plus 220 underdog, as Dacus is a minus 270 favorite. Pickett is 13-6 overall, 3-4 in the UFC. Decent striking and grappling. All 4 UFC fights have gone the distance. Won his last fight by unanimous decision. Dacus is 10-2 overall, 2-2 in the UFC. Takedown defense is at 85%. He has decent striking and grappling, and 4 of his 7 UFC fights have gone the distance. Like I said, I think it's going to be a real competitive fight. Let's see what kind of odds you can get on fight to go the distance. You can get fight to go distance at minus 144. That would be my pick for this fight, is for the fight to go the distance at the minus 144. All right. Now we're down to the main event of the evening, as you have Jamal Hill against Johnny Walker. Hill's a minus 255 favorite. Walker's a plus 210 underdog. Hill is 9-1 overall, 4-1 in the UFC. Has good striking, weak grappling. Won last fight by TKO or KO, and is a high volume striker. Walker's 18-6 overall, 5-3 in the UFC. Has good striking, weak grappling as well. Lost his last fight by unanimous decision, and has a takedown defense of 62%. I like Jamal Hill to win this fight, but there is no value at minus 255. Uh, so I would look at some of the other ways you can bet on this fight. Man, even the double chance is really too high for my liking. I can see this fight. I can see Jamal Hill winning this fight by knockout. Is what I think is going to happen with his volume striking. So let's see what we can get method of victory at. Because like I said, there's really no value to be taken at minus 270. But yeah, you can get Jamal Hill to win by knockout or TKO at minus 130. That would be my play on this fight. Win by KO or TKO that'd be my play to win on this fight. I mean, you can take will the fight go the distance? Let's see what the odds are on that. It's plus 320 yes, 5 to minus 550 no. So if you don't think the fight's going the distance, there's no. I mean, there is no value there. Yeah, there's a bunch of different things you can bet on here. Like I said, I'm going off of FanDuel Sportsbook. But all right, that's all of our UFC fights for this weekend. Uh, I'll watch it tomorrow night when I get back. I'm doing the live pro wrestling show tomorrow, so I won't get to watch it live, but I'll watch it when I get home, and we'll talk about it Monday on GSR Gonzo Sports Room live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at 7 p.m. Eastern. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. It's been Easy Money, a sports betting show. We're giving out winners. Come join us. I'll give you guys out my picks here in just a second on the for the UFC before we get out of here. All right. Look, we'll go ahead and get to my picks of the day. All right, here we go. On the prelims, in UFC, I like Batista. Wait a minute. Let me see what I picked there because I wrote it down, but Batista. Come on. There we go. Let me look real quick. 'Cause I can't. I think it was Batista by. He's too big of a favorite to take straight up. I'm trying to remember exactly what I took. I think it was a double chance. Can't read my own damn handwriting. Yep, I think I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Let me check. Fight to go the distance. That's what that was. Yeah. We'll fight go the distance. You can get that at minus 132 for yes. That's what I'm taking is the fight to go the distance on the Batista and Perrin fight. Then I'm in Rodriguez and Pierce. I'm going to take Pierce to win by knockout, TKO, or on points. I'm going to take the double chance there on FanDuel. All right, that's all for those. Then I'm going to take Jim Miller money line as an underdog. I'm going to take Pickett and Dawkins fight to go the distance. The Hill and Walker fight, Hill to win by knockout or TKO. And then I'm also going to take. There was one more that I liked. Let me get it pulled up here real quick. On the main card here, I wanted to take. But I'm gonna take Buckley at the minus 166 on the money line. All right, so I'll recap my picks real quick because that was a little choppy because I was having trouble reading. But so we'll recap here. I like Pierce, Batista and Pierce fight to go the distance, or Batista and Perrin fight to go the distance. I like Pierce to win by KO, TKO, or points. I like Buckley money line, Jim Miller money line, Dawkins and Pickett fight to go the distance, and Jamal Hill to win by KO or TKO would be my picks for today.